Now, from your breaking news leader, a special edition of KKTV 11 News, live at the liftoff.
The Labor Day liftoff returns to Colorado Springs this weekend.
There's probably like 10 more hot air balloons.
Make that 78.
Kids are loving it, picking out their favorite balloons.
With some new shapes for you and your kids to enjoy.
The show doesn't stop at night. When the balloons are on the ground, sparks will fly.
Your family can get to know the pilots and even collect some memories. Join us for a Southern Colorado tradition that soars above all the others. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Memorial Park for the 2019 Labor Day liftoff. We've had a perfect morning out here. We're standing pretty close to Prospect Lake on the south end of the park. I'm Adam Atchison alongside Rebecca Hager and Jordan Sherman. What a fun event. What a privilege to be here.
It's been such a great morning, and you guys maybe didn't hear this, but I just heard some applause. That means another balloon just took off, and a lot of them still are. So let's take a look at some of those that are happening right now. This is a second round of balloon launches. Of course, there were some at 7 as well, but look how gorgeous this is. So many people are out here to see this beautiful view.
There really has been quite a crowd. They're expecting about 165,000 people throughout the course of the weekend here in the park, and I would say the majority of them probably on the kickoff to the event in the morning. I know you were out there with the crowd earlier. I know we're going to get to that in a second, but talk a little bit about what you saw. There was a lot of people here just packed, getting ready on the blankets on the lawn.
It was incredible. I mean, before the sun was even up, so many people were out here at the park. They wanted to get their spot so that they could get prime view of these balloons taking off this morning, and I'm so thankful that Mother Nature cooperated. It's been wonderful.
You really can't ask for more than that. We have some video I know that we're showing you right now of the launch from earlier today. 78 balloons in different sections of the park, and they take off in waves, many of them at 7 o'clock, but a lot of them at 8 o'clock too. I know that we've got some inflating behind us right now, so here in the next few minutes, I imagine that we'll be seeing those take off. You'll see them right behind us because we're in and out of live looks here. But what a neat thing, and the cool thing about this event too, and I know we've talked about this before, is you can go right up to the pilots and talk with them.
Yeah, and one of the things I love is how excited people get about every single launch. Every time a balloon goes up, people cheer, they clap, the kids go crazy, and listening to the kids is fun too. You're walking around and I heard one kid go, "Look, Mom, it's a frog!" And they get so excited.
They do those special shapes. They're really neat. We're actually going to feature one here during this show this morning that is unique to the area. It hasn't been to Colorado Springs before, so you'll see that coming up. That really is what it's all about, though, the reaction on the kids' faces.
Exactly. You know, everyone's out here. Families are out here. You have generations of families out here, and so thankful that we still have like a dozen or so balloons yet to go up. So it's really been kind of full steam ahead this morning.
I remember last year there are a lot of people that usually do hang out here until 8:30, 9 o'clock until those very last balloons go up, because why wouldn't you? Such a peaceful morning out there. Speaking of, not a bad, we were wondering about the forecast a couple of days ago, but it's turned out really nice.
It really has been a great start to the morning. We got out here early in the morning. It was a little cool. Temperatures were likely in the 50s, but we've had a nice jump up now that the sun has come up. Actually, a few clouds have come in as well, and it's feeling pretty nice out there. Take a look at these temperatures, guys. 63 degrees. That's what we've got. Colorado Springs right now. 64 for Fort Carson. Up north, closer to the Air Force Academy, we're in the upper 50s as well. So a fairly nice start, all in all, to kick off your Saturday morning, whether you're out here, planning on coming out here to Memorial Park, or just to start your Labor Day as well. Let's look at the wind, because obviously that is a huge factor. And we talked about on Facebook Live this morning, guys, the pieball's going up, and that's what measures the wind speed as you climb with height. And it's just been spectacular. It's been light, under 5 miles per hour, and that's exactly what we need when we're trying to get these balloons off the ground. How about the rest of the day? We've been talking about some storm chances potentially later this afternoon. I know some of the data was showing us maybe an isolated storm or two into the Pikes Peak region. If we get that, I think we'll see that well before the glow this evening. Temperatures should actually be pretty nice for the glow. That's going to be at 7 o'clock. The only thing we're going to have to watch is maybe a bit of a breeze. We could watch some of those storms potentially kick out an outflow boundary that could keep some wind around for the evening time. That's something I know meteorologist Sydney Jackson is going to dig into and look into for us here in a couple of extra minutes, but I think we will be dry. So that's a win for us already for the evening glow. So hopefully we can keep that good weather on the way for us this evening.
Yeah, we really want that, because there's going to be an equally large crowd here in just a few hours tonight, and there's some concerts this this afternoon, too, that you might want to participate in.
So much fun. We've talked a lot about the crowd today. They enjoy this so much, but the pilots, they love this too. They enjoy watching the smiles. They enjoy watching sheer awe on the faces of people as they're enjoying them, getting their balloons up in the air. One of the unique features about the Labor Day liftoff is that you can walk right up to the balloons and actually talk to the pilots.
Yeah, I love that and interactive. And this year, there's an incentive to start a conversation with the pilots, too. Each of those pilots has 500 collectible trading cards that you can get. And I know that many people probably won't get them all, but you can certainly walk up and try to collect as many as you can. One pilot that I spoke with says it's a fun way to connect with the crowd and really start a tradition with your family here in the park.
Ask somebody what's done it how to describe it, and they can't. It's just so euphoric.
Nolan Schuler knows you can't always use words to describe something as spectacular as this. As a pilot of more than 20 years, he loves helping people experience the joy of ballooning firsthand.
Color is just amazing. The movement's amazing. Just watching people cheer when you take off. It's unreal. My first time I ever set up a balloon was on this field, and it was just a love affair from there.
You'll likely spot Nolan and his balloon Bella Colorado somewhere among the field of colors. He's flown more than 300 times at events all across the country, and he always comes prepared with these.
The first ones are going to be the ones I have for my own balloon.
But this year, he won't be the only one. Every pilot will have event trading cards just like Nolan's to hand out to the crowd. Kids, adults, anyone can now start a collection.
I've seen kids that have volumes. We're talking thousands, just like the old baseball or football cards. There's the same kind of enthusiasm amongst kids to do that here.
Liftoff manager Scott Appleman says the cards help create conversation between the crowd and the pilots.
That'll allow the people to feel comfortable going up and say, hey, can I get a card? And the next thing you know, they're talking about, well, what makes this do this? What kind of fuel is that?
And pilots hope that will help their sport inflate imagination.
One, it gives a kid or even an adult something to go home and remember this from. Next year they'll come back and want to collect more.
And this is them right here. These are the ones that you'll be able to get. I have several of the same one here, right? But they are labeled with Colorado Springs Labor Day Liftoff right on the top. And they're each going to have that different picture. This one has rainbow riders on it. You can see they're the ones that usually take off from the west side of the park and provide people with rides. But as he said in that story there that you heard, these are so collectible, and you can put them in a book or whatever and have them for years to come.
Yeah, part of the memory of everything. And it makes it more interactive, especially for the kids, if they can go out, get a card from the pilot. It's something you can collect. It's almost like, Pokemon cards back in the day, but balloon
it really
style.
Is. I know, and that is kind of an old school thing, right? Because people used to collect baseball cards or whatever, and they don't anymore. So let's start that new tradition again. If you are going to be out here through the course of the weekend, one of the things that they've done in previous years that you may not see this time around is that splash and dash in Prospect Lake. And what that is they take the pilots take their basket and they'll fly over the lake and dip in. Now, we did see a couple of pilots approach the lake this year, but they're not supposed to. And the reason is because of that toxic algae that the city has tested the water positive for in the past few weeks, and we still haven't gotten the test results back on the most recent test. But they want to be careful,
cautious,
to make sure nobody gets hurt.
Right. So let's talk about the rest of the weekend. You mentioned that we have a schedule. There are 2 more balloon launches in the morning. That'll be at 7 a.m. tomorrow and Monday. I know that's very early for a lot of people, especially with parking and everything.
But it's worth it.
It is worth it. I'm not telling you not to come. But there is another option. I'm telling you that. So tonight and tomorrow at 7 p.m., there's a balloon glow. There's a lot of other fun stuff happening. There are concerts, donut eating contests. I think I saw some kids jumping on bungee cords. So there's all sorts of stuff.
It really is. All kinds of events. And we're going to talk to Scott, the manager, coming up a little bit later in the newscast to hear more about that. But the glow that you're referring to tonight at 7 o'clock is one of my favorite events. We brought the family before. And if you think this is cool, the scenery here in Memorial Park for the liftoff, you'll love that too, because they put the torches, the propane torches underneath the balloons and light them up on cue. And the whole area lights up. It really is a spectacular thing.
That's awesome. Let's hear from the mayor. He loves this event too.
When these things fire up at night against the dark sky, it's a fantastic thing. Kids love it. You'll see thousands and thousands of kids out here, and they just go crazy when the balloons light up at night.
That's the mayor, of course, talking a lot about what he loves, the glow, and of course all the other events throughout the weekend. We are going to leave you with a live picture. We're going to be back in minutes here from Memorial Park and Labor Day Liftoff 2019. Stay with us.
When a severe storm hits, the claim clock starts ticking. You have a limited time to file an insurance claim, and waiting can run out the clock. Don't get ticked off. Talk with us. From a hole in your roof to a whole new roof, Total Roofing's got you covered.
The ant mindlessly marches on, carrying up to 50 times its body weight. It never questions the task at hand. But this year, there's a more thrilling path to follow.
Kids! Change of plans!
Defy the laws of human nature at the Summer of Audi sales event. Get exceptional offers now.
Come see what's free at this year's Colorado State Fair, now through Labor Day in Pueblo. Our free attractions include the 80-foot high dive, pig races, hypnotist, giant balloon creations, plus the World Slobber Eating Championship, and 3 live music venues. Free is what you'll see, and more at the Colorado State Fair. Tell them, Horace.
We've been horsing around in Pueblo since 1869.
Tickets and info at coloradostatefair.com.
KKTV 11 News and Rocky Mountain Honda dealers want to get your kids excited about the signs of weather. Sign them up to be a junior forecaster.
We'll pick one student each month to join us on KKTV 11 News at 9. They'll help us with the forecast and win some pretty cool prizes. K through 5 are eligible.
Go to kktv.com and click on the Junior Forecaster button to enter your child. Then watch KKTV 11 News at 9 for our Junior Forecaster, sponsored by Rocky Mountain Honda dealers.
When a severe storm hits, you have a limited time to file an insurance claim. Don't wait. Total Roofing can help. I'm Scott McIntyre, the owner of Total Roofing. Call us for a free, honest inspection at 591-4947 or totalroofingco.com.
Live at the Liftoff is sponsored by your Rocky Mountain Honda dealers. We'll see you at the Labor Day Liftoff. Come see the Rocky Mountain Honda Cars display.
Welcome back. This is a special edition of KKTV 11 News live at the Labor Day Liftoff 2019. You just saw a beautiful picture of another one of those balloons taking off.
A quick picture.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's really neat, though. We got one more balloon standing back here that's ready to take off, and as soon as it does, you'll see it. And it may be one of the final ones that does take off from the park. Hey, there are, as I mentioned earlier, about 80 balloons that are poised to take off at the Labor Day Liftoff each morning. Really only a handful of special shapes.
Yeah, and I got to talk to the pilot of one of a fan favorite balloons. I got a little bit starstruck when I saw it today. Snowbird. Take a look.
Snowbird isn't your average penguin. His pilot, Rich Lawhorn, says he's close to 140 feet tall and holds about 140,000 cubic feet of air.
A cubic foot is about the size of a basketball, so he could hold about 140,000 basketballs.
Whoa.
To make it also realistic, he's about the size of a 12-story building.
Snowbird is also dressed to impress. With sunglasses, camera, a Hawaiian shirt, and flip-flops, it makes him a fan favorite at many hot air balloon events.
The kids that are 70 still love the hot air balloons just as much as the little kids do, and everyone kind of thinks that he's really cute.
Flying special shapes can sometimes be tricky.
So they are much more sensitive.
Event manager and pilot Scott Appleman says the perfect weather is critical for a successful flight.
When you have those attachments or those extensions from the balloon, when you start getting the wind blowing on that, it just exaggerates the movement on it.
This is Lawhorn's second time flying in Colorado Springs. He says the scenery and people make the event special.
You bring smiles to people's faces and having the people come up and say thanks for coming, and you have a beautiful balloon and we love it. Of course, all that makes us feel good and it makes it worthwhile to go through the work to set it up and try to put it back in that little bag it came out of.
So one of the things he told me is he loves flying here because you're flying in the shadow of the Rockies. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just gorgeous. Why wouldn't you want to come here and fly? And we do have a handful of special shapes that are really neat for the kids to see.
They really are. We're going to talk about a few of those. A couple of them you may recognize from previous years. One of them is Augie the Dragon, and he's a tall one, right? You're not gonna miss him if you're out here in the park and you see him. Designed by Aerostar International, he stands about 143 feet tall.
Wow,
that's large. And that, by the way, is about twice the size of a normal balloon, one of the normal, bubble-shaped ones that you see. He'll be flying tomorrow and Monday as well.
There's also the Smiley Scarecrow, which you may have seen here before. That one stands 120 feet tall. Bright yellow outfit, of course, is very easy to spot. So if you go to other hot air balloon events across the country, maybe the Fiesta in Albuquerque, you'll probably see him there too. He flies worldwide, which is pretty neat.
Yep, he has flown in many events across the country. Marvin the Martian has as well. This one is not necessarily a special shape, right? He's a normal shaped balloon, but he's a cartoon favorite. He's inspired by Looney Tunes. You've seen that character. And if you ever go to Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, he flies there. I know he flies in one in the southwestern corner of Colorado that they do in the Durango area every year too.
Spirit of 76, a lot of you guys know this one pretty well. I was over there when this one was inflating and taking off, and the crowd was very excited. This is a Southern Colorado favorite. The pilot is in the Air Force, working as an engineer at Buckley Air Force Base, and the entire crew is made up of veterans, so that's pretty special. And this one regularly flies at events supporting military families.
Let's go to Te Amo, because this one is one that is new to the 2019 event, a heart-shaped balloon. Hard to miss this one too. 77 feet tall, so not quite as tall as some of the other balloons, but nearly 84 feet wide. That's a wide balloon. They need a lot of clearance out here on the field. It was built in Brazil. And Te Amo's one of I think it's 4 new special shapes in the event this year, including that one, the Lion, Buzzy, and Snowbird that you talked about a second ago.
They're so cute to see. Like I said earlier, the kids come out here and they say, "Hey, Mom, look, it's a frog." Or it's a penguin wearing Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops.
Never get tired of that.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Come to the 2019 Labor Day Liftoff and, starting this year, see Rocky Mountain Honda dealers' cars display featuring their Passport, Civic, Accord, and CR-V. So come visit the Rocky Mountain Honda dealers or visit one of their convenient locations, ready to handle your automotive needs with ease.
Magnum Shooting Center is making sure you will learn right, be safe, and shoot well this month with a massive class sale. Take 20% off all classes in August. That's right, every class from beginners to advanced is 20% off. Or take a CCW course plus 2 private lessons for just $199. Or sign up for 4 private lessons and get the 5th one free. Get your kids learning the right way too, because kids shoot free in August. This summer of safe shooting is all about getting you to train. Check it all out at MagnumShootingCenter.com. MagnumShootingCenter.com.
Our Queen adjustable bases starting at $4.99 might go up and down, but one thing you can count on is our prices won't.
Bob's got it.
Bob's Discount Mattresses, being locally owned and operated, our everyday low prices beats everybody's sale prices every day.
Bob's got it.
Good credit, bad credit, no problem.
Bob's got it.
3 great locations, Union and Academy, Powers of North Carefree, across from the Ultimate Buffet, and 8th Street by the library. Check the rest, buy from the best. Bob's Discount Mattresses.
We want to start with this 11 breaking news alert.
This is a KKTV 11 News exclusive you won't see anywhere else.
We have a few changes that are going to take place in our forecast.
We're continuing our coverage with reporter Daniel Kreuter, who is live.
Police are still searching the area.
11 minutes of non-stop news continues now with this.
When we started investigating, we were able to uncover some things that might surprise you.
Live in Colorado Springs.
Reporting live in Pueblo.
KKTV 11 News at 10 continues with this.
Come to the 2019 Labor Day Liftoff and, starting this year, see Rocky Mountain Honda dealers' cars display featuring their Passport, Civic, Accord, and CR-V. So come visit the Rocky Mountain Honda dealers or visit one of their convenient locations, ready to handle your automotive needs with ease.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to this special edition of 11 News. Joined along with meteorologist Sydney Jackson. She's in the studio. Sydney, it's been an amazing start to the Labor Day liftoff out here in Memorial Park. You've been in early this morning. You've looked at the fresh information. Can we expect a good glow tonight? Good liftoff tomorrow? What do you got for us?
Thanks so much, Jordan. Yeah, we've been watching that forecast closely all week long. So happy that Labor Day liftoff went off without any problems this morning. We'll go ahead and get a look here for the next couple of hours. Still have some events going on out at Labor Day liftoff. We are going to be in the mid-60s by 9 a.m., seeing that mix of sunshine and cloud cover throughout the rest of the day. But what I am watching is going to be those storm chances later on. Could impact the glow into the evening hours. So let's go ahead and walk through that hour by hour here. Around 2 o'clock, we will see maybe a few spotty storms firing up along I-25, carrying on throughout the rest of the day. These storm chances not all that impressive for the Springs, but we will have to watch the wind into the evening hours as we do get closer to the glow. The wind from those storms that will be possible could impact some things. So here's a look at those hour by hour wind gusts right around 5 o'clock. A little bit of a breeze in the Springs, 15-mile-per-hour gust, and into the evening hours, looking like winds will calm down a little bit if you are headed out to the glow, but that is something we will have to watch as we get closer into this evening. And we are cooling down tonight back into the 70s. Overall forecast looking pretty good if those winds calm down just in time for that evening glow. Now, still have other opportunities to head out and watch those hot air balloons. Sunday morning looking very nice. Calm winds tomorrow too. We'll see quite a bit of sunshine. We'll be in the low 60s. And then for the evening glow, not seeing any storm chances for Sunday, so that's good. We are going to be pretty warm though into those early evening hours, mid 80s for us, and mostly clear for that night. Now Monday, another chance to head out. That final launch will be on Labor Day morning. We're going to be in the low 60s by 7 a.m. Sunshine with us too. No storm chances either. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
It can't be. I'm not ready. I do spin class. What? The refrigerator? Oh, come on. Do you know how much this cost me? You're killing me. Let me rephrase that.
Your refrigerator, air conditioner, water heater will all die sometime. When they do, your homeowner's insurance won't cover them. Be sure your budget's protected with an American Home Shield home warranty. We help cover the cost to repair or replace components of your systems and appliances, no matter their age. Limitations and exclusions apply. Home systems and appliances will eventually die. Count on American Home Shield to get you back up and running.
Oh, the air conditioner too?
Be sure your budget's protected. For free information, call 1-800-709-6311. That's 1-800-709-6311. Be sure with the Shield. American Home Shield.
The Colorado State Fair is all fun in Pueblo. From concerts, free attractions, to Colorado's largest carnival, 3 live music venues, livestock exhibits, tribute band concerts, rodeos and horse shows, and Sunday Fiesta Day. It's the family fun you're looking for. The Colorado State Fair, now through Labor Day. Tell them, Horace.
We've been horsing around in Pueblo since 1869.
Get info at coloradostatefair.com.
I can't believe I missed that throw in the third.
Don't worry. I used to miss entire NFL games. I felt really bad about it too. But then I got DirecTV's NFL Sunday Ticket. Now I get every live game every Sunday. Whoa! Back to work.
TV without every live game every Sunday is just Kinda TV. Get NFL Sunday Ticket at no extra charge when you switch to DirecTV. Don't just Kinda TV, DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Live at the Liftoff is sponsored by your Rocky Mountain Honda dealers. We'll see you at the Labor Day Liftoff. Come see the Rocky Mountain Honda Cars display.
Welcome back live to Memorial Park and a special edition of KKTV 11 News this morning. It's good to have you with us. We're joined by Scott Appleman. He's the event manager of this really special Labor Day liftoff this year. Every year, Scott, you hope for conditions just like this. And I think this morning you can say it happened, right? We got all 78 balloons in the air?
Yeah, we got all 78 balloons in the air. We'll take luck over skill any day. Ballooning is a fair weather sport. We have perfect weather this morning, and this evening's balloon glow is looking simply awesome too.
I'll look forward to that.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of these events?
Actually, what I really enjoy is seeing the people's faces, whether it's kids or older kids. I just love being able to see the smiles and stuff like that for people to actually see what it's all about, because everybody's also curious, and they all say, what's it like? Well, you're truly floating, and that's about the best that I can give you. And I 38 years doing this, $5,500 flying hot air balloons in 45 states. It's all the same thing, and I love being part of it. It's a true privilege.
You've done this all over the U.S. What makes Colorado Springs unique for this event?
Well, there's a couple items, actually. One, the community is so supportive of hot air ballooning and the Labor Day liftoff, whether it's the city government, the people, the citizens, the sponsors, which really just makes this all feasible and possible. Two is, well, there's that little mountain over there that's just really, really cool to take a look at.
Just a little guy?
Yeah, just a little guy. I will say also, as a seasoned or veteran pilot, this is one of the places where you don't get lazy, because there's some dynamic conditions that can happen here. And getting to fly over Pikes Peak in the back, flying out towards this way, all the wildlife, everything like that, the nice receptions we get when we land, it's awesome.
Can you tell us where all these pilots are coming from? Because some of them travel pretty far.
Yeah, we've got people from Kansas. We've got some up in Washington, a lot of New Mexico folks. Obviously, we have Colorado folks. I think we have 13 states being represented here. We initially had somebody from Florida that was going to be here, but they had a family situation. So.
One of the special things about each of these events is you try to bring in new special shades, right, for people to see. This year we had Tiamo, and we had the lion, and we had Buzzy, and there's one other one I'm forgetting. Oh, Snowbird, of course. We can't forget that. Can you tell us what the future of that looks like? Because I think people really appreciate seeing those as well as the other regular balloons.
Oh, without a doubt. I won't say exactly who we've got yet, because we haven't got a deal. However, we'll just say they resemble a lot of cartoon characters in the past. So yeah, we will always be changing the shapes up. Those are definitely a crowd favorite, and keeping those fresh and keeping people wanting to come see those and stuff. They will be there, and I'll just say it could be loony.
All right, thank you.
That's awesome. Well, we look forward to that. Scott, thanks so much.
I think that was a little teaser to next year. Exclusive for our KKTV viewers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rest of the weekend again, because there's so many fun things going on throughout Labor Day weekend. 2 more balloon launches. There's one tomorrow morning as well as Monday morning at 7 a.m.
Now, if that's too early for you, I know we've been talking about the Balloon Glow. Scott mentioned it's happening tonight. Tonight and tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the evening, so about 11 hours from now. There's a schedule of other events, too, including concerts, and those begin in the afternoon, so lots to do.
Of course, there is a beer garden this year as well, which I checked out. Looks really cool, so that's something to keep you busy while you're watching balloons.
It's a happy hour this year.
Scott mentioned to me, too, that they brought in a lot more bands and kind of extended that time frame in the afternoon where you can get a drink and enjoy the park with your family. So make it a dinner thing, come for the afternoon and enjoy.
So we got one last balloon behind us, and they're about ready to take off.
There they are.
Yeah, last
They were
one.
up earlier.
Yeah, they're hot air inflating right now. So I saw the flames, so maybe they'll get up here in just a couple of seconds before we let you go.
Well, we are so glad that you guys tuned in here for this special edition of 11 News this morning to talk about the balloon event. We've gotten so much feedback in the last couple of years. People who are unable to make it really enjoy being able to see them on TV.
Can't beat it. And, well, of course, we'll have pictures at KKTV 11 News on Facebook, too. We ran a couple of Facebook Lives there, too, this morning that kind of get you more of a feel of being inside the crowd. That's pretty neat.
And if you couldn't see how much fun we were having this morning and all morning, you have to come out and experience it for yourself. This morning, still, the festivities are going on, and especially tonight for that glow.
And you know what's nice, too? The parking's really close, so you don't have to worry about getting here too early before the event. You can pretty much roll up to any of the parking lots. It's really nice.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. We're going to leave you with a great view of some of the balloons that we got a chance to see this morning.
Come to the 2019 Labor Day Liftoff and, starting this year, see Rocky Mountain Honda dealers' cars display featuring their Passport, Civic, Accord, and CR-V. So come visit the Rocky Mountain Honda dealers or visit one of their convenient locations, ready to handle your automotive needs with ease.